We are back
and welcome back to our channel, everybody. If you're new here, welcome to the family. We're so happy to have you. So in light of our new subbies, we thought that we would give you all another Poltergeist update. It's been a few weeks, hasn't it?
It's been a good few weeks since we've done one of these.
5 or 6 weeks?
Yeah, about that. And there's been a lot happen since we last caught you up on things. So if you don't know what this is about, like every once in a while we like to kind of show you what we've managed to catch on camera and talk to you about them, how we felt when it was going on and stuff like this, and also kind of fill you in with some things that we didn't manage to catch. So strap yourselves in. It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
So with that said, get yourself a brew, turn off the lights, and let's get into the video. Hi everyone. So in a moment I'm going to share a clip with you. It's going to have to be over 2 parts because it's longer than 1 minute long. But basically, we were making a video for our YouTube channel and caught some crazy noises and some weird things that went on. And all I want to say is to all you people who are constantly saying, ignore what's going on in your house, you're just fueling it. This is what happens when we ignore it. Enjoy. Oh, that was the chair. That was the chair downstairs.
That's actually some ruckus.
I'm trying to think what we're going down to now. Anyway, no, continue. We're not doing that.
Right.
Everyone's like, don't give it your attention. So we're going to continue.
Damage control. Anyway, we could hear the tap turn in the bathroom and you can hear the water running. So we were like, what on earth? So as we're getting out of bed, we can hear like So this was the fallout from that chaos. Like the chair in the middle of the room clearly shouldn't be there.
I could hear the chair though. I could hear the like.
Yeah, and then, but what was the banging? Because that was massively loud.
I think it was doing the drawers, the doors, or the. I think it was doing.
Are we able to? What about the drawers? Maybe. It was a bit louder than that, wasn't it? Yeah, that kind of replicates it, doesn't it? Oh, might have been that as well, actually.
My ears.
Did you have to be so brutal with it?
Sorry.
But
this light's on as well. So if you want to see a quick update to kind of how we got to this point, you can always go and have a look at our other Poltergeist updates. But let's go from here, shall we?
Yeah. So this one, I think we were actually filming our last Poltergeist update when this one happened.
Was that when it was?
I think it was.
Okay.
I think it was. So we were recording one of our spooky Sundays and we were rudely interrupted mid-sentence with a lot of crashes, bangs. But
it was kind of like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. So we were like, huh? When we first heard it, it literally stopped us mid-sentence, as you can see. And then we quickly ran downstairs to try and find out what it was. Obviously, we took the camera as well because...
Which was still attached to the tripod.
Yeah, we didn't mess about with that. We were like straight down there. And just to find that the kitchen was a bit of a mess. And... Well, we didn't really get to the bottom, did we, of what the bangs were? I
think it was either a cupboard or a drawer, just like slamming. Dun, dun, dun.
That's what we hypothesised.
Yeah.
It was weird yet wonderful at the same time.
So I love that we caught it while we were in the middle of doing something.
Yeah. So there was quite a lot of build-up on the way to this one, wasn't there?
Yeah, so we thought we'd heard, the chair being dragged across the tile floor in our kitchen. Which stopped us, but we were like, no, we're going to carry on. And the reason we thought we would carry on is because people often comment that if we paid attention, it's going to make it worse. So we heard it, we carried on because we didn't pay it any attention, but it made it worse.
You can't win. So my thinking is we could have provoked that by talking about it going on.
Well, we were, yeah,
because we were talking about our experiences prior to this happening, which I reckon could have provoked a reaction, potentially. Yeah. I don't know.
I feel like he's often listening, he's often around us. So maybe he's like, guys, now's my chance.
Oh, do you know what we need to do?
What?
We need to invest. We just watched Paranormal Activity, right? We binged it from like 1 to like whatever the latest one is, Ghost Dimensions or something. We need to get that camera that can pick up that like black mist thing.
The one from the 80s.
Yeah. We need to do that. We need to pick up one of them cameras and just kind of have it around all the time. What do you think?
Love the idea.
Let's do it. Can you hear that upstairs?
Is that you walking around upstairs? Why do you keep hiding Ben's wallet? Can you tell us our cat's name? Oh my god.
No way.
Boo. Are you a spirit guide? So this next video, you can go back and you can watch that whole spirit box session, but we kind of just did this. What you're seeing now is just a quick kind of like
little highlights
reel. Sort of reel, isn't it? But effectively what you see there is we're doing a spirit box session, and I'm tempted to do another one soon. So if you're interested, let us know, leave us a little comment about that. And we were obviously getting some kind of intelligible responses, but while it was happening, we were hearing noises from upstairs.
Yeah.
Now, this is something that regularly happens. And by regularly, I don't mean the same time every night. What I mean is it's just part of our life and our time in our home.
Yeah.
These things happen. We'll hear noises from other rooms. It'll be a door shutting, or it'll be a handle kind of moving, making that metallic squeaking sound.
Yeah.
Or it'll be kind of footsteps. Only last night, I was awake, Ben was asleep, and I could hear footsteps coming up the stairs, which is...
I'm so glad that these things happen when I'm asleep and you're not. Like, that makes me just... I just feel so comforted.
Well, I instantly just sat up, put my phone on, and was trying to see if something was going to come up. I was like thinking, please, David, let me see you. I want to see your beautiful face.
Can you please stop flirting with the ghost, by the way? I'm getting a little bit jealous.
He's the other man in my life. What can I say?
Oh!
So yeah, we managed to capture the noises that were coming from upstairs while we were doing our spirit box session. That was the room above us.
Obviously, some of the answers that we got were very specific. Like, if it was... I mean, I don't know how these things work, right? I'm not about to go into it, but how would it give us the name of our cat? First of all, if it was just preloaded words.
Yeah.
How could it give us specific answers?
The responses and things. Yeah.
And in order of us asking the question. I don't know. But
these guys might know, you guys
Yeah.
might know. Some people might have kind of a logical answer for it. So
if you
as
do,
always, let us know.
Yeah.
We are always open for opinions. We're always open for people's knowledge and things like that.
no
So...
no comments there, or else you might end up on a Thursday video. Guys, I've just been sent this literally within the first couple of minutes of this video going out. Saz Louise with your little hawk eyes. I don't know how you've done it, but you've done it again. Have a little look.
upstairs, come down to us. Saz Louise, if you don't know, is one of our... I like to call them our community. I don't think it's a fan. I don't think we have fans. I don't think we have followers, although I know that's a terminology. But part of our community, and she is the ninja.
She's got hawk eyes, man.
Things that we never see.
She's probably seen something in this video already, and she's like, oh.
But we don't know what this is. So obviously we were in the middle of doing that same spirit box session.
It was the same one, yeah.
And was it an orb? Was it... Well, I don't know. I don't know what it was, but she spotted it and we wanted to share it with you all.
And it looked like... You know when you breathe when it's cold?
Yeah.
And there's like that mist that comes out your mouth and you look like a dragon. It was like that. Like, it was like a... But I don't know what it is. I don't...
No.
Like, the way she described it, it was like a... what's the word? Manifesting?
Yeah. Maybe,
You know when it like comes into a bit of form?
Yeah.
I don't know, personally. I'm not an expert on this stuff, but if you have an idea of what that could possibly be,
Yeah.
let me know, because I'd love to know.
Same. And one thing I feel that has kind of progressed in what we're experiencing in the house is that we're starting to pick up and see things on the camera more than just things moving.
Yeah.
Does this make sense? So not just objects moving, which continues to happen. We're starting to see things that we can't explain moving. I don't know if it's progress or if we're just more like in tune with it.
Yeah. I don't know.
But
It's a good point.
One thing I really feel like is important that I point out is that, and we get asked this all the time, do we think that things are getting worse? And I truly don't. I don't think things are getting worse.
So I don't think things are getting worse in the sense that like anything aggressive's happening or like we're getting harmed in any way.
No,
but I think it's getting stronger. Is that a term that you'd use? I think when there's things happening, there's more happening.
There's more that you can't kind of write off.
Yeah.
That you can't like, logically explain. And I think maybe in that sense we could call it stronger. But not worse in a negative way where we're fearful or where we
feel like we need to leave.
Yeah.
I feel a bit like, what? Just, his name's David. You've just met him. What?
No way.
I told you.
So the next step that we took in our journey was to invite, through the medium of Zoom, a spiritual...
Psychic.
Yeah, a psychic medium, a spiritualist, to a meeting with us. And we kind of did a walk around, guided by her. Now, her name is Sam. I'm sure if you've watched other clips and other videos, you will be familiar with her. She's trusted.
Yeah.
I've never heard a bad thing about her. She is very relatable, and we wholeheartedly made the right decision to choose Sam to enter our kind of world.
Yeah, like you said, I think it was the next biggest step to make.
It was a huge step for us. It took a long time to kind of finally say, right,
we're ready to do
let's do this.
Because it's like kind of opening up our privacy a little bit to a degree.
Yeah.
I know there's like a lot of skepticism around these kind of things, but when we did it, the things that she knew about us as people, there's no way she could have possibly known.
And some of these things we chose not to share, and that's not because we don't want to be completely transparent with you guys, but it's because we wanted to protect our families.
Yeah.
With the information that she was able to come up with.
When she was on the call, I had the laptop, as you can see during the video, facing me at all times until we got like where she wanted to be. But she literally talked she like literally was like, right, take 2 steps forwards, take 2 steps forwards, turn right, take a step forward, turn right, what in front of you should be a set of stairs, am I right?
And she knew.
And I was like, what?
We invited Sam onto a Zoom call, and she was really, really enlightening. You can go and see, again, you can go back and watch that video if you haven't already. She came up with, first we had a personal reading, which was, to me, pretty... It changed my views on a lot of things.
Yeah.
And you had one as well, didn't you?
Yeah, exact same response from me, like.
And then we had some really crazy, enlightening moments. Sam was able to pick up on things that we knew that she didn't know because we hadn't shared.
Yeah.
About our poltergeist, about our experience, about rooms in our house that we've never shown online. And then there was the moment where she kind of helped me to tap into something I was oblivious I was capable of. And I've never revisited it since because I'm still trying to get my head around it. Which was, Sam had an inkling that I had some form of psychic ability. I'm laughing about it because I'm still a bit like, have I? She kind of guided me without prompting to answer or to kind of look into myself and kind of come up with some or speak of these thoughts that were popping into my head that actually turned out
to be the case.
True.
So
it's guys, I'm sorry, it's really weird to me. I don't know how it happened, and it was probably the most surreal thing. So just to kind of put it in a nutshell, I came up with an age, I came up with a year, I came up with how our poltergeist died.
But we did finally get a name. So obviously, up until that point, we just kind of put it out and be like, right, what are we going to call you? Everyone was like, call it Derek.
Yeah.
So we're like, all right, we'll roll with Derek.
Somebody actually made a TikTok page called Lainey and Ben and Derek. Can you remember that?
I remember that, yeah.
When we first
started, yeah. But then we found out his name's not Derek. It's actually David.
I love that we now know his name, but he has assured us that he doesn't mind being called Derek too. So we still refer to him as Derek, and we refer to him as David or Dave. I just have this like constant like flag that goes up in my head going, he likes Dave, he likes being called Dave. It was never really David, it was always Dave.
Well, there you go.
Here watching, what's this then?
The Possession of Hannah Grace.
Okay. The Possession of Hannah Grace. And we keep thinking, well, I thought on 2 occasions I'd seen something. You did too, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm
Over
fairly
here.
certain I've seen something.
So we're going to prop this up on our trusty salt mill.
So this one was pretty weird in the sense that it took me back to when we first moved in, because when we first moved in, like before me and Lainey actually kind of acknowledged that there was something going on, out of the corner of my eye I could always see shadows and figures of people, but like I always just kind of wrote it off like nothing's there. Like I've just looked, nothing's there, so it must just be me playing like tricks on myself.
Yeah.
So in that way, it was like a bit nostalgic.
It was, wasn't it?
But just to give you some context, we were sat watching a horror movie. We were watching, what was it, Possession of Hannah Grace?
Yeah.
Great film. If you haven't seen it,
Yeah, go and watch it.
it took us 7 attempts to try and finish it. That's
a mixture of exhaustion and not being mentally prepared to be like watching a horror movie. That's scary.
Yeah, it was just terrifying. Probably the scariest I've ever seen.
What was happening was I was watching the movie and then I would be like turning like this because I'd be thinking that I was seeing movement, like shadow movement at the corner of my eye across the room.
Yeah.
And it probably happened like 3 or 4 times. And then you say, are you seeing something there? And I go, I keep thinking I'm seeing something. And you go, me too.
Yeah. So what we did, we thought, if hopefully it will carry on because it's been going on for like the past few minutes. We set up the camera facing in the direction of where it was going on. We wanted to show that we were authentic, so we set up the camera, we just left it on, we carried on watching the film, and then we just sped up the bits that we couldn't see anything going on. And lo and behold, we caught some shadows. It was weird.
I was a little bit annoyed, if I'm honest, because I felt like the shadows in like that we could see in real life were a lot more clear than what we did catch on the video.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we still managed to catch it. So of course, we wanted to share it with you guys.
Yeah, there's not much else to say on that one, really.
As God as your witness, are you David?
Was it you that threw the water bottle off the counter?
Did you stop the camera?
How many fingers am I holding up?
Are you holding on 5? Oh my god.
David, how old are you?
6.
Oh, is that older?
David, how old was you when you died?
Oh, that's a good point, actually.
Because
We can work out his...
Oh,
I don't see. Yeah. That's where I see him.
That's where I do as
Yeah.
well. So I'm
Yeah.
like 61.
23 when he died.
Okay.
So we did a thing this month, didn't we? Didn't we, Lainey?
We did do a thing.
We did do a thing. And that thing was I finally ground her down enough for her to be like, yeah, let's do an Ouija board. But there was one condition, wasn't there, Lainey?
There was.
And the one condition was that we had to get someone who knew what they were doing and was a bit experienced in that field, because otherwise you've got Muggins here who's like going to open the board and be like, right, who's over there? And then everyone's going to be like, ooh, and then come diving into the house. And then we've got a house party on our hands. And obviously Bojo's like, no, not today.
So enter our trusted psychic medium and now friend, Sam.
Yes.
Who so kindly drove all the way to our house and brought her family's spirit board, one that has been passed down. She has done boards with her family who absolutely know what they're doing, who she is kind of from like a dynasty of spiritualists.
Yeah.
And she so kindly came to our house and helped us with the board.
Glad we did it. Like, we got clarification on names, dates. Obviously, our maths, we were on the spot when it came. I've seen a bit of like a few comments on like, about the dates and the ages and stuff like this. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I was bang on with my maths, because I felt like I was on the spot. And when I'm under pressure, I like to think that I make it, but maths is not my strong suit. So
a lot of things added up. A lot of things were very confirming.
yeah.
Some of our personal family members came through. Some of Sam's personal family members came through. And overall, it was a very, very positive experience. We learned so much about David. We really felt like we got to know his personality, and he is he's just fab.
He's a Jack the lad, isn't he?
He's lovely. And I think in future we may well do something like this again. Not anytime soon.
Well, I'll work my magic, guys. I'll work my magic. I'll work it.
So during this session, we had some strange things happen. So we had 2 cameras set up, one on the board, one on Ben and I, and Sam respectfully did not want to be on the camera, so she is out of focus. One of the cameras kept turning itself off. I think that happened on 3 occasions. Twice it turned itself off. Once it just stopped recording but stayed on.
Yeah.
So we don't really understand why that happened.
So there was quite a confirming time when you put your fingers below the table, so neither me nor Sam could see what was happening, and she said, right, hold your fingers up. So you put your camera on, and then you just at random show some fingers.
Yeah.
And then Sam asked, I think it was it Andrew at the time.
Yeah.
So Andrew was Sam's brother.
Yeah.
On the board to be like, right, how many fingers is Lainey putting up?
Andrew's in spirit, by the way.
And twice it managed to get it right.
Yeah, which was really strange.
And that like boggled my tiny little mind.
Now, if you're in this situation where you're doing a board like this and you know that this is authentic, it was an extremely confirming situation to be in. If you're interested in that video again, you can go back. I
think it's 2 weeks ago we did it.
Yeah, go and take a look at that. One funny thing that did happen that I don't think we shared was that my mum came through on the board and asked Ben when we were going to have a baby.
Yeah, that was interesting. How do you tell Lainey's mama that you don't know? You're like...
Well, you were like, ask Lainey?
Yeah. Go on, Lainey. Pull your finger out, girl. So here's a creepy one for you. There are a lot of people that have watched our Ouija board video over on our YouTube channel. A lot of you are from Nuke's Top 5s, and if you are, welcome to our crazy story. But back to the topic. After asking our poltergeist whether they found it funny that I got scared and ran out of the house, the planchette moved to yes. But there is also a male's voice heard saying funny. Now, after investigation, very close investigation, you can see that my mouth is not moving. Which I think I'll be wondering, well, whose voice could it be? Have a little look. Tell me what you think.
Did you find it really funny when Ben ran out the house?
I didn't, it was freezing.
Did you do it on purpose? Funny.
I didn't, it was freezing.
Did you do it on purpose? Funny.
So this leads us nicely onto the next clip that you've just seen, and again, it was from our Ouija board session, and neither me or Lainey picked it up at the time. We didn't pick it up at the time, we didn't pick it up when recording, we didn't pick it up when editing, nor did we pick it up when we watched it back. So which was, I don't know how we missed it, but basically, Sam asked David whether he found it funny. Basically, I don't do well with these kind of things, but anyway, he said yes on the board, but, big but, there was a male's voice that said funny. Now, people kind of zoomed into my face to show that my mouth wasn't moving. It obviously wasn't Lainey or Sam because they've got very feminine voices. So...
we can't explain this. We don't know what it was. Some people have said they think it was Sam, and I'm like 99% certain that it wasn't Sam. I think we would have we know Sam's voice.
Also, we don't like to share things if we can find logical reason behind it. So we wouldn't have bothered sharing it if we had thought, well, that's probably Sam. Yeah. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Moving on.
I was trying really hard.
Terribly bitter.
I was. But don't be too scared.
Oh man, do I do that?
Mash, or anything of mash, or anything of attention, attention. So finally, this brings us to our last clip that we wanted to share with you. This is off the back of our most recent video, which came out on Thursday. We recorded it on Wednesday night. And it was just us having a laugh, taking the mick a little bit out of ourselves and just making light of the negative comments that we get, because why not?
Yeah, absolutely.
And
a lot of people kind of picked out a few different orbs. So
yeah.
I've seen a few comments kind of like, what are orbs? Orbs basically is the beginning of the manifestation of a ghost, poltergeist, whatever you want to call
Spirit.
it.
Let's just say spirit.
Yeah, so it's like the beginning of the manifestation. It's kind of the way that they show themselves without showing themselves,
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Initially.
Yeah, and it kind of comes across as like a little...
Did you hear it?
Yeah, that was a big thud. So it kind of comes across as like a little spot or white light.
Just kind of like a floating sort of movement across, well, if
across
you
the
pick it up on
screen,
the camera, it's going to be across the screen.
Now, obviously, a lot of people kind of think that it could be dust. It could be dust. Maybe I'm clutching at straws with it.
I have been told I need to dust.
You know, as always, let us know what you think. If you think it's dust, fair enough. If you think it is an orb, then fair enough. We've finally seen him. We know who it is. We've got a face. We've got a face. We've got a face, and here it is.
You are you.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Do not let anyone make you doubt yourself or question yourself. Should I have done this? Should I have acted this way? No. If people don't like you for you, it's their loss.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to have to be the one to deal with it. Oh my god.
Did you get that?
I got a load of grief in the comments because I sent you to go and deal with this cupboard door, and now that door's triggered. So, and I'm not down with that. What the fuck?
So on a far less serious note, this is a parody that somebody has taken their time. Step to Me Dance on TikTok has taken his time, God bless him, to
put a face to our weird experiences.
Make a parody of some of our clips, and we absolutely love it. This is our sense of humour. We make light of our situation. We find humour in the scary moments and the freaky and strange moments. And so this is right up our street. So if you're watching this, thank you for making it. And if you enjoyed it, just go and check them out on TikTok.
Yeah, we'll put it in the description down below. Right, so that is kind of a bit of an update on where we're at with everything that's been going on recently.
Things have gone notably quieter since we had our Zoom meeting and our chat with Derek/David via Sam, and since we did the spirit board. And I personally feel like I definitely feel him around us still.
Yeah.
I definitely know that he's still here. We still hear him, but not as strongly. We still have things kind of moving around in the house, but not to the degree that we have had in previous months.
So if you have enjoyed this video and this little update, be sure to give it a like, subscribe, hang around for the crazy story because it doesn't seem to be ending anytime soon. And to get notified whenever we upload, hit the bell. You'll get notified whenever, but if you don't already know, we upload on a Tuesday, a Thursday and a Sunday at 8 p.m. Also, come and find us on our social medias. Is at Lainey and Ben on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. Well, that's the kind of the first place to get eyes on anything that happens. We always upload there first, so be sure to go and check it out.
We'd love to see you over there. We like to do lives every now and then and really connect with you guys and have a really good chat and kind of get to know you just as much as we want you to get to know us, because it's really important to us. And with that in mind, I really want you to know that we are so grateful for you all. Thank you for joining us and kind of being part of our experiences and our life and all of your advice and everything like that. And with that said, thank you so much for watching and
Peace.
peace.